Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to cover something that is going to be pretty easy to do, and I've covered this before in a previous video where I talked about the PDR GPS antenna fix, and you know, I'll have that up in the corners here so you can link to that so you can see what I'm talking about. But in today's video, on today's episode of the how-to series, I'm going to show you how to install the GM official PDR fix using a couple of antenna cables and a splitter. And what this will do is split the OnStar GPS antenna that is inside the shark fin and allow you to use that for the PDR. The good news, if you already have, or if you're still under warranty, so most or some 23 models, all of the 24 model Camaros, and you have a PDR, you are covered under the TSB for this. I'll have all that information in the description below. Otherwise, this is not covered by your 3-year, 36,000 bumper to bumper warranty. Unfortunately, if you do decide to have a dealer do the work, it is about an hour's worth of labor according to their payout sheet or whatever it's called. So let's take a look here and see what we need to get this fixed for you. Come with me. We're actually going to spend a lot of time in the passenger side footwell, and I'll show you exactly what we need to get your PDR working. Here are the tools that you're going to need to do this work. You'll need a panel removal tool to get one of the push pins out of the sill panel carpet. You'll want some flush cutters to cut a couple of zip ties. You need a 7mm to get a couple of screws down from the hush panel. And then you'll need a 10mm to get the nut off of the housing that holds the PDR module. That's it. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Of course, you'll need the kit as well to do the work. That's all you need. Let's head back to the car. As I mentioned, all of this work is going to take place in the passenger side footwell, but I wanted to call out some special attention here. I actually got this kit, and I'll show you what it consists of here. So this is a GPS antenna splitter. This is a GM part number, and I'll have all the part numbers in the description. There is a thinner cabled GPS antenna. We can get that to focus at any point, maybe not. There we go. So there's a thinner cable, and then a male to female antenna cable, and then a short female to female cable. And I'll throw up some reference pictures as well during this video, but I want to call out special attention here because I picked up this kit from White Automotive and Media Services. Nope, not even in frame here. So you can get these parts individually from GM themselves, or what I did is I went to WAMS and he put together the kit. It's all the official OEM pieces, and from what I can tell, it's also the cheapest one available out there, or the least expensive. So everything's going to be done in here. I'll bring you in close, and we'll get a close-up shot of that. I'll show you the work that needs to be done. All right, you're not going to get too much of me in the videos today. First thing you want to do is give yourself some space to work. So I'm just sliding the seat back as far as it'll go, and just getting the floor mats out of here. One less thing to worry about. Now I'm going to be working around the camera, so this is actually going to be easier for you when you're doing it at home. But the first step is to remove the trim panel here from the door sill area. And that's pretty easy. You just pull up on it. And then in this area here, you're just going to be pulling back. That'll clear that out of the way. And from here, there is a push pin that we want to remove. There's a push pin right here, so we'll want a panel removal tool to get that out. Once we have that out, we're gonna pull all of the carpeting back here to get to the PDR module. Pulling that carpet back, and then the PDR module is behind this metal plate right back here. So let me get to that and I'll reposition the camera. Now once we're in here, we have this metal kick plate where the PDR components sit underneath, and easiest way to get to this without just kind of bending it up out of the way, there is a 10mm nut up here that we just need to loosen. Once we have that nut off, the rest of this is just kind of held on with some sticky tabs. So you're just gonna kind of pull at this till it pops away off of the floorboard. It may also help to move that harness out of the way. All right, now we can flip that over. And now what we have here are the connections for the PDR. Now, you can see here mine's gonna be probably a little bit different than yours because I already went ahead and ran an external GPS while I was waiting for this fix to come out. So this is the original GPS antenna. This is the aftermarket solution that I had figured out. And we're just going to pull that aside. I'm going to reconnect this just so you can see what it would look like if you were doing it here. I can get some better lighting for you as well. There we go. So what we're going to do here is disconnect the little tab you push down on the GPS antenna, and you can tape it to the rest of these harnesses. It's not really going to rattle or make noise, so I'm just kind of setting it aside. And then we're going to take that long thin wire, which is part number 13581145, and this is female to female, so it doesn't matter which side you choose. What we're going to do here is we are going to plug that in its place. Just like so. And now we're just going to put this PDR plate back where it was and reconnect that bolt. So again, we're going to reconnect that 10mm nut where it was. Get that threaded by hand to start. Again, sorry for the angle, it's a tight space. I'm having to work around the camera. You're going to be able to get your whole head, body, whatever you need to in here to do this. This doesn't need to be extremely tight. There we go. And now we can put this carpeting back into place. Again, sorry for the camera work. This isn't my typical setup here. I just wanted to get this video done before winter hits. So next what we're going to do is we're going to take that antenna wire that we just connected, and we're just going to kind of coil it up here to get ready for the next step. Okay, now that we have the carpet back in place, and again, I'm trying to do what I can here with lighting, but we've got the antenna coil or in the antenna cable coiled and connected. We've routed it just kind of over the side of the carpet here. What we're going to do is we're going to drop this panel here. Now, on some years this has 4 screws, and on some it only has 2. So the screws are just at the bottom. You'll be able to see them, the little 7mm screws. I want to get in there. Take those screws out, and then you can drop this down. Might have to push it towards the firewall to get it down, but you can get it down. So, get that dropped down. Like I said, for me it only had 2 screws. There are spots on previous years where there's 2 more screws at the back. And now what we've got here, module for the OnStar system where the antennas are located. And what we're going to do here is take the splitter that is included in the kit. So we're actually going to wedge it right into this spot right up here. See, it actually just kind of slides up in there and clips into place. Imagine that. It's like that piece was designed for it or something. So we're going to take our antenna that we ran, and we are going to get it into this panel here and connect it to the blue connector on the far right. So we'll plug that in. You'll hear it clip in. And what we can do is take the rest of this coiled antenna wire, tighten it up a bit, and then you can use some tape or some zip ties to kind of secure this in place. I'm going to wait till I'm done with all the wire routing to do that. So for now, I'm just going to let it hang down. So for video purposes, I want to take care of this for you guys, get this done in a quick video. Next, we're going to take the shorter of the 2 cables, the 1358-1151, which is a female to female connection. This is going to go into the pink connector on the splitter. And what we're going to do here is we're going to disconnect the brown connection on the OnStar unit. We'll tab, pull it out, and then connect the wire that just went in from the pink side. You can kind of tuck it down in there. Next, we're going to use the male to female wire, the 1358-1150. We're going to connect that to the gray connector on the splitter. And a nice little clip. Coil it up nice. And then this will plug into the brown connector we just disconnected. There you go. Now we'll take these wires, tie them up or tape them up, and reassemble everything. There are some nice slots here that you can run a zip tie through on this, what they call a hush panel. So we'll run that through there. I can get my zip tie to cooperate. There we go. Now this doesn't have to be crazy tight, just in case some things move around while you're putting it back up there. Got one down there. Then I'll add another one here. These other slots, just to kind of keep everything from rattling around. All right. Now that we got that tied down, most important next step here, cut your zip ties flush, people. Get some good cutters. You don't want to give yourself scars from reaching in here, or if you're having future work done, you don't want somebody else to get injured. So cut those flush. throw your light around for no apparent reason. And then all you need to do is push this hush panel back up and get those screws back in. Again, some model years have 2 screws, some have 4. Mine just has the 2. Now it's just a matter of getting this push pin plugged back into this spot here for your carpet. You have to wiggle it around to find the hole. Then just getting the sill plate back on. And there you go, you're all set. We've installed the GM PDR Fix into the vehicle. Now your PDR will use the GPS antenna that's built into the shark fin instead of the one that is in the front dash. And you should be set to go. There's one final step. You want to make sure that you pull your car out, get some clear skies, and under the PDR settings where you go to set the start finish line, you want to make sure that the button to set start finish is enabled. If it's still not working, that button will be grayed out. So that's an easy way to check. Also, a huge shout out to White Automotive for putting this kit together and making it available to everybody who can't get this covered under warranty at an exceptional price. So I'll leave a link in the description for all the part numbers, the link to White Automotive and Media Services where you can get the kit, as well as the official GM part numbers if you want to source them yourself locally. Till next time, till the next project, we'll see you then.